Or
Great.
Good morning, everybody.
Hello, hello, everyone.
morning. Good morning. Morning, Gary. Hello. Hello. Good to see everybody. I think I'm the only one without a headset on. I feel like we got a bunch of pilots here.
Ready to take off.
Keep your seat in upright and locked position.
Everything's based upon the time room's counterbalance with a Logitech Rally Bar and the new Poly X70. You could add a 6 light depending on your size tools in there as well. Same support maintenance, same content sharing, as well as the additional equipment that we could change out and replace with a touch-enabled display if we so choose in those spaces.
It seems also Houston is communicating in the background.
It's a pilot. Where are you, Angelo?
Oh, in Prague, Czech Republic.
Oh, okay, super. It's great to see everybody.
Same here, guys.
Where are you, Gary?
Right now, I'm in Palm Beach in Florida. I'm actually at the Palm Beach Polo Club right now, but I'm from Silicon Valley.
Okay.
So I came down in the wintertime. This is a good place to be. There's a lot of the folks from the Valley ride. They do jumping and polo and that kind of stuff. So it's a good place to be in the winter. It's warm.
Yeah, I'm in Wellington, by the way.
Where are you?
This is Tony Rosillo from DTAG. I'm in Wellington.
Oh, I'm in Wellington too. I'm at the Polo Club.
Fabulous. We're practically neighbors.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Well, we ought to do an in-person sometime. If you'd like, just shoot me a message.
Yeah, I don't even see you on the screen here. Maybe I don't see whose lips are moving.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Just, Tony Rosillo from DTAG. Yeah, I'm not sharing the video. I'm having a little connectivity issue this morning, so I don't want to over my. Yeah, Xfinity is not doing me a favor today.
I see. Okay.
We've had some troubles recently.
Yeah, you can just reach out to me, Gary at gsdvs.com. Just reach out and I have my chief of staff set up something for us.
Sounds great.
I gotta admit, hearing that Valley is not warm enough and moving to Florida when I am like from south of Poland and mountains, and Angelo is in Prague, so comparing the winter in Silicon Valley and in Central Eastern Europe.
Well, the big difference are the taxes. there's 12% taxes that I pay more if I'm in California. I have a house there. But if I stay 6 months and a day in Florida or outside of California, I don't pay the taxes, theoretically.
That is fantastic. That is a
So there's a
great
reason.
that is a great reason. Very tangible reason.
Exactly.
Hi,
Hi, Joachim. Thanks for joining.
thank you. I don't speak very good English. There's Victoria and Alexi.
Hi,
Nice
Victoria.
to meet you all.
Alexi. Pleasure to meet you guys.
Hello, everyone. I don't know if you can see me yet.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
it works.
Perfect, guys. So we are waiting for Lena and Kate to start this off. So just let's wait a couple of minutes and then we can get this started.
Does anyone else happen to be in Cambodia by any chance?
No, we're based in Lyon, of course.
Nobody. I wanted to meet someone up as well, but then not this time.
Okay, so quick check at the audience, guys, and I think we can start with this. Okay, seems that pretty much all the judges are on. Also the startups, I can see all of them. Okay, we can get going with this. Okay, thank you guys all for participating to today's event. This is actually an event that has been hosted by Startup Network. And we have our wonderful team of Startup Network, Lena and Kate, here on the call. So Lena, Kate, if you would like to say a couple of words before I move on, feel free.
Thank you, Angelo. We are pleased that this event take part today. Sorry, we will be without our videos because, as you know, we have war in Ukraine, so our internet connection is unstable, and we are very grateful to Angelo and to AI Startup Incubator from Czech Republic, who support us and who help us to continue our work and to live in these awful moments of the life in our country. And thank you all guys who support Ukraine and our refugees in your countries and locations. We really, really appreciate it. And of course, about good news, the life continue, and today we will know the winner, who also will take part in our Unicorn Battle Central and Eastern Europe on April 26th, if I'm not mistaken. You can check it as the date on our landing page with all our events, and I hope we will win this war till this date, and we will be able to show you faces and our big smiles, and you will be able to congrats us with the victory. Thank you.
Amazing, Kate, thank you. So guys, for those who do not know, part of the core team of Startup Network is based actually in Ukraine, and Kate and Lena are currently in Lviv or Lvov, depending on the country you're coming from. So they are on a daily basis living a little bit of a bad time because often they need to be in a shelter when the scenes start going on, and but nonetheless we and the ecosystem is kind of supporting the teams too. So you can also read more information on the landing page because there are some activities that are being run on the charity point of view to support the team and the people in Ukraine. So feel free to check the website to know more information, or eventually get in touch with Kate and Lena. They will guide you through that. But getting back to the topic of today, we are gonna have organized this event together with the Startup Network. We at AI Startup Incubator are an organization that is looking to support and invest in early stage startups in the before area primarily, but also outside of it. In Europe, and we have been looking also beyond that. But the before area is let's say our core, because we're based in Prague, Czech Republic, and we are an organization that invests in artificial intelligence startups only. So guys, now I would like to have you introducing yourself, and please, dear judges, you can raise your hand and do a little bit of an intro about yourself and the organization you belong to. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I can say my name is Gary Fowler. I'm a serial entrepreneur and investor. I've been involved in 17 startups and 2 unicorns. I was on the original management team at Click Software, which was sold to Salesforce for $1.35 billion, and also Eva.ai. I write a lot. I've written 174 articles in the last 2.5 years on AI. In places like Forbes, and done about 1,000 podcasts. We believe in intellectual capacity is evenly spread and opportunities aren't. So I'm co-founder and president and CEO of GSD, Get Shit Done Venture Studios, a premier AI and quantum venture studio located in Silicon Valley.
Perfect. Thank you, Gary.
Thank
then
you.
We have Jan Fura. Please, Jan, go ahead.
Hi, everybody. Jan Fura. I'm originally from the UK, but now in the south west of Poland. I'm a solution provider that is specialised in the grocery private brands industry. So I spent half my career sort of taking in standard solutions, but then created my own business as a startup, and took that through to about 2 million euro turnover, that we were providing solutions to solve those problems that were very specific to that niche industry. So that's really where my expertise lies and knowledge, but I'm looking for solutions that might not have seen the opportunity to sort of take advantage of the knowledge and entry points I can bring to help those businesses.
Perfect. Thank you, Jan. The next that I see raising his hand is Francesco. Francesco, please go ahead.
Hey, so just a quick bit about myself. Although, like, I'm not even in the same planet of the guys before me. So I do manage a syndicate. Basically, I got 2,000 people from Silicon Valley that invest in emerging markets. So we scout deals in emerging markets like North Africa, Eastern Europe, and Middle East. Yeah, I did 2 companies back in time. The first one was a big failure, so we usually don't talk about it. But the second one got sold in London. So that's all about me.
Thanks, Francesco. Okay, the next one is Martin. Martin, please go ahead.
Hi, guys. Yeah, I'm also not comparable to the guys before me. I'm sitting in Vienna. Previously done the venture capital fund Nation One in Prague. Currently working on the project for financing growth for the startup/SMEs, which is called Treasure Capital, which is a revenue-based fund for growth capital. Yeah, that's me. Thank you. Thanks,
Martin. The next one is Gernot. Gernot, please.
Yeah, hello. Good afternoon from Vienna. I used to be entrepreneur. I was operating search engines for properties in Austria and in Germany, and exit to Scout24 over 3 years ago. Then I switched sides, and I like to be unfocused now, or more unfocused, and help others to take the shortcut. That's what I would summarize. And that means being a full-time business angel, mentor at various university programs or incubators, and also being a board member of the Austrian Angel Investors Association. So yeah, I guess I'm well connected in Austria, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the pitches now. Thanks.
Lovely, thank you. Then we have Esra. Esra, please go ahead.
Yes, hello everyone, nice to meeting you all. I'm the co-founder of Go Global. Our company is based in Miami Beach, Florida, but I'm currently in Istanbul, Turkey, in my hometown. I have started the first e-commerce company in 1999 in Turkey, Istanbul, but I lived in the US. I'm a resident and all my family is in the United States, from New York City to Los Angeles, and I'm traveling around the world. Go Global, I'm also a lecturer at the universities about entrepreneurship, innovation, and technology issues for graduate programs. And I'm also at Arya Women Investment Platform. I represent women entrepreneurs and women investors today here. I hope we have some ladies also as entrepreneur. And yes, I'm wishing luck to everyone. In Miami Beach, what we do, in a nutshell, we support tech companies, startups from around the world with human capital, social capital, and financial capital. Yes, and good luck to everyone. Thank you for the event also.
Great. Thank you, Esra. Happy to have you on board. Okay, the next one is going to be Vladimir. Vladimir, over to you.
Hello, my name is Vladimir Stasny. I'm from Prague, from venture capital company Kopel Ventures. So we invest in early stage companies in the region, Central and Eastern Europe. We have in portfolio 12, 13 companies. Right now we invest in affiliate marketing, cashbacks. We invest in IoT, tech, and early stage startups. Basically digitalization of agriculture, of real estate, and also 3D scanning when we use AI in several companies. So looking forward to our pitches and wishing good luck. Thank you.
Perfect. Right. You are on the right pitch day then, Vladimir.
Yeah.
Lovely. Adrian, my friend, please go ahead.
Hello, everyone. My name is Adrian. As Angelo already said, I am a board member of an NGO called Plugin Foundation, and we gather together Polish tech diaspora abroad, and we organize our own tech event, and I am responsible there for organizing our startup contest, where we gather startups with a so-called Polish element. So I look forward to hear all the pitches, and I definitely know at least one of the startups is today. So it will be great to hear their pitch today. Thanks.
Fantastic. Thank you, Adrian. Kasia, you are the next on the line.
Hi, greetings to you all. I'm really keen to learn more about your ecosystem, even though I have already I'm familiar with the Polish market in terms of the startups. For the ones who haven't met me yet, my name is Gaio. I come from Belgrade. I generally represent a group of investors from the Southeast Europe who are keen to invest in deep tech, med tech, fintech, ad tech, and industry agnostic as well. For my background, I'm a result-driven finance executive with more than 20 years of experience in financial management and administration, as well as operations management within startups, SME and SMB organization. I'm generally knowledgeable about investment opportunities in terms of agribusiness, FMCG, information and communication technology, telecommunication, as well as the textile industry, where I'm currently working. I'm a CFO of Fashion Union LLC, which is a clothing manufacturer specialized in the production of light knitwear. Outside of employment, I'm leading as the CEO of Serbian Management Association, which is a think tank, who has an interest in organizing various events in the region on topics of compliance, investment management, banking, and of course, startup ecosystem. So I'm really looking forward to learn more about Visegrad and their startups, and hopefully some of the startups who shows as the most interesting one from this event are going to be assessed as a top 2, and probably we'll have the opportunity to speak about potential investment and collaboration. Thank you very much.
Perfect, Gaio. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I think that last but not least, we have Kasia from the jury.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Kasia. I'm representing Startup Hub Poland, where I'm also a program director and a lawyer. We've been running around 10 years right now, and I'm very pleased to be here and to have the opportunity to hear your pitches. I manage acceleration programs that we run here at Startup Hub Poland. We're focusing mainly on technological startups, and we're trying to bring you guys to the growing batch of investors in Poland and boost Polish economy. And I am very happy to be able to support Ukrainian economy today somehow, and Ukrainian leaderships addressing to the startups there. And that's about it. So thank you.
Perfect. Thanks to you, Kasia. Actually, we have also Joachim on the call and his team. I'm not sure Joachim was going to do the presentation, but the stage is yours.
Hi, from France, Lyon. And Joachim, this is my team, Victoria and Alexis. We are in charge of takeoff. We help startups to go abroad. And we are a go-between, time saver, connector. And we speed up global development through a vast network of direct contacts, incubator, ecosystem, private partners. And Takeoff is a platform, is open and free, and you can pick and choose your own solution. Thanks.
Perfect. Thank you, Joachim. Okay, let's check if there is anybody else from the judges who have not introduced himself.
Yeah, I think I haven't introduced myself. Angelo.
Hey. Hi there.
Hello, Angelo. Hi, nice to be with you guys. I already checked all the decks. I think there are some good companies presenting today. My name is Eike. I started working in a company Builder, then started my own, after like a small accident, my own investments, mainly in cryptocurrency within Nuclear Block Ventures. And I'm also doing some angel investment, but that's generally with others and generally in tickets below 100K. But I'm very happy to be here, and I'm very happy to take a look at all the great startups that I've already seen in the decks. Thank you.
Lovely, thank you.
Oh, and just one more thing, if you want, I'm very open to connect. So if you find me on LinkedIn, just send me an invite and I'll connect.
Great. Actually, for all the judges, guys, feel free to write in the chat your contact details so that the startups can get in touch with you, and eventually you can have a conversation also of the meeting. That will be definitely appreciated for the guys. Okay. Guys, let me know if I'm missing somebody. Feel free to raise your hands. From my list, I think we have pretty much all. And we are also in time to start with the first pitches. So just before we start, let me say just 1 minute something else about the event. So on today's event, we have down selected 9 startups. There are coming from the V4 area or have a strong connection with the V4 area, namely Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary, and Poland. And all those startups have or are planning to have a component of artificial intelligence in their solution. This event has been co-organized by AI Startup Incubator and Startup Network. And it's one of a series of events that are organized on a monthly basis. You can actually find multiple of those formats on a monthly basis. And the winners are then also invited to participate to subsequent rounds and eventually participate also to the finals, which the guys are creating for a connection to the US and Silicon Valley. Maybe Kate and Lena, if you would like to add some more details about this, would be appreciated for the guys to put into context this information. Not sure, guys, if you can. Oh yeah, I see Kate. Perfect.
I think the greatest news for startup is that our winners, I mean the winners of the Unicorn Cup finals, have already fundraised for $345 million US dollars from our judges, from our partners, from our own syndicate club. So I hope that the winner of today's event will be also among these startups who have fundraised with our help.
Perfect, fantastic. Thank you, Kate. Okay, given that, guys, I would love to invite the first startup to pitch, and is Mollia.
Hello, everybody. Can you see my screen?
Yes. Perfect, Daniel.
Thank you. Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Daniel. I'm from Hungary, and I'm the Deputy CEO of Mollia. And I'd like to invite you to a journey. Imagine the future when humanoid robots are an essential part of our everyday life. They are going to do household jobs for us. They are going to work in dangerous environments, so we don't need to lose human life unnecessarily any longer. And they are going to build the new bases on the new planets that we will call home. But here is the coolest part. Unlike present-day robots that are trained by scientists, future robots are going to be trained by you, me, or even children, just by playing video games. There are close to 8 billion people on this planet who have a pretty good intuitive understanding of human motion. And the real question is, how can we tap into this massive knowledge and use that, apply that to improve robotic kinematics? So Mollia developed a technology, an artificial intelligence, but rather natural intelligence technology that enables regular people without any IT knowledge whatsoever to teach skills to virtual humanoid robots in a simulated environment through a very intuitive interface. And the result is a very genuine cooperation between machine and human. So if you want to involve a large number of people in a robotic project like that, you need to make it entertaining for them. You need to make it fun so they can come and take part of it. That's why the first step is to create a sort of like a video game where they can train these virtual humanoid robots. And once you have all these data collected from all these people, and once you fine-tune the interface, that's when you can apply this knowledge into real-life humanoid robots. So the first type of games, just imagine that you have a virtual humanoid robot that can really learn from you, really grow with you, and you can train them different skills, running, jumping, and then you can put them into competition with other players. So in a way, basically, you sort of redefine what esports means, where real human and machine pairs can compare their skill set to each other. And once again, once you have this gigantic network of people training virtual robots, then you can take all this knowledge, this data, and apply it to real life humanoid robots. And in the future, probably you can just pick which humanoid robots you have at home, you put it into the app, so to say, and then teach them actual skills, just like you would teach to another human being. And to go one step further, the same technology can be applied to other industries as well. Like imagine you can retrain your robotic prosthetic parts with the same technology. So it really is what we're aiming to achieve is a qualitative change of how human and machine relate to each other. It's creating more of like a partner-like relationship. And it's not just a crazy vision. What you see on the screen is basically screenshots of our simulated environment where we managed to teach the robot to perform different skills like carrying a heavy object on one side or walking in high heels or basically crawling and stepping up like a baby would do all the way up to a headstand. Why it's interesting business-wise is the video gaming industry is huge. It's estimated to grow to 340 billion by 2027, and due to the pandemic, actually it just escalated, especially with play-to-earn blockchain-based video games where people manage to make a living out of it. And the humanoid robot market is growing exponentially as well. So the core team has a combine of 110 plus years of experience. Andras, the second guy on the screen, started putting down the mathematical basis for this project 30 years ago. And then the actual development started 5 years ago. So we have a bunch of PhD in mathematics in our team. And even though the management team is male dominated at the moment, 40% of our team is female. And we have 14 strong people in the team. And we're very proud that we have a bunch of female developers as well. So we will start, so far we managed to raise some seed fund from a Hungarian VC, and we'll start fundraising process in a few months to go for a Series A round. But we are looking for mentors, advisors, partners who really are crazy enough in the best sense to join us on this journey to make robots move like humans. And please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer all the questions and just happy to connect and help wherever I can. Thank you so much for your attention.
Okay, very good. Thanks, Daniel. So let's give space to the judges to raise questions. We have one from Gaio. Okay, Iki, please.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I have two questions. One question was, first of all, I want to say it's an amazing presentation. I mean, I think everybody would agree this is really well done in the presentation. The design looks excellent. But I wanted to ask, how much do you actually have done? Like, what stage are you, and when can you launch? And the second question was, how would you define the thing in, let's say, one sentence, what it is? Because I'm wondering if it is basically training of robots and the supply is via video games, or if you are in the video gaming industry and you're just having a monetization model by using the information that you generate to train robots. So are you in the robot training industry or in the video gaming industry?
Okay, very good question. So this is a hardcore deep tech project. We look at ourselves as an AI company rather than a video game company. We actually don't know much about design, so to say. It's a very hardcore mathematical project for the robotic industry. And there are two ways to actually tackle this. Like, you could just basically, hire a team of people who, through this interface, so to say, play with this and train the robot. But it's much more interesting if you just get to outsource it to a large number of people, because that's when the real magic happens, right? Like, think about Wikipedia. This is sort of like the Wikipedia of robotic development, when you actually give the power to the people to train all kinds of different stuff, and that's when you achieve a variety of movements. So the video game is a tool to get to the destination, but it's also a really good business. Like, people spend billions of dollars annually on in-game assets. So it's not only a tool, but it's also a settle-on business. And where we are is we already have quite a few demonstratable, how to say it? It's not prototype, but demonstrations where we can show you how humans and machine can solve a task together using the creative mind of the human and the autonomous behavior of the robot, and how this teaching process works. And how to go next is either we launch our own game, but we rather look for a partner who is coming from the gaming industry, and then create together something to enable people to play with it, because it's, in a way, like what we created is an API that other companies can build on top of this technology. Could be in the robotic space, the gaming space, the healthcare space. So launching, I think the first step of the launching will be this video game probably by the end of this year, either with a partner that we are already in discussion with or ourselves. I hope this answered your question.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Perfect. We have time for one more question, actually, guys, because we should man the time.
Hi, Daniel. Great presentation. Really interesting concept, and of course, your application of AI to robotics, which is really interesting to see. My question would be, because I have followed your presentation and haven't seen that you have mentioned any competitors. What are your differentiators, and who is your competition? I mean, can you elaborate about it?
Very good question. So if you look at the robotic space, most of the robotic control is carried out in either like standard machine learning technology, where you just put a bunch of data in there and there's an outcome, but you have no idea what's going on in the middle. It's like a black box, so you don't have control over it. Or you have direct control of a robot with a VR controller or something, like you directly control. We are somewhere in between, where the robot has an autonomous behavior, but it's not a standard machine learning technology. It's our own unique natural intelligence technology. So we have access points for human input, and that's how the human can really interact in that black box. It's not a black box anymore. So the human can inject his own interaction and cooperate with this autonomous being. So there is no direct competition, so to say. Other technologies are focusing either what I mentioned, or in the gaming space, some physics-based games where it's very, very simple to kind of like move robots. Or another industry segment is controlling industry robots, but that's also more like teaching industrial robots, but that's a very different segment as well.
Thank you. Thank you for the answer. Yeah, you have answered and clarified what is your advantage. What are your advantages in terms of competition? Can you additionally say in what stage are you in terms? Are you communicating with some incubation programs or with some accelerators, which will help you in the process of product development as well as financial assistance?
Financial assistance, yes. Absolutely, and this we will start the Series A fundraising round in a few months' time. We already have some amount committed. I think I'm not supposed to talk much about the specific amounts here in this call. And we applied to a few very specific incubator programs. Some of them are really related to blockchain and the play-to-earn gaming space, because we really believe that if you give this opportunity to the people where they can train these virtual characters, these avatars, and they can make money with it. Even they can make a living out of it. And some people could, right now I'm in Cambodia, and so much potential, in this region to give young people this technology that can help them enhance their life, make a living of it. And these guys could go on and become a real human trainer, out through this video game first. So I think it's a fascinating space, really. And I'm sorry if I took up too much time.
No, it was really interesting to hearing you talking. Since I hear your passion, and I'm looking forward to to learn more about your project, and all the best in your future endeavor.
Thank you so much. Let's keep in touch, and I'm happy to tell you more later.
Likewise.
Perfect. So guys, we need to move on. Yeah. Please, Kate.
Yeah, I just want to congratulate Daniel with a great pitch, and we know that Guy always welcome many questions and many long answers to his questions, but we are restricted in time, so sorry if we need to interrupt you.
No, Kate. There's always someone who needs to interrupt, to lead the event to the end, in the defined framework. So thank you for notifying me.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Perfect. So the next startup to pitch is actually Cerebrica. And we have Zdeněk on the call to present. And Zdeněk, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Angelo, and thank everybody for that you can hear me. I hope that you can see and hear. I'm from Srebrenica. We are a young startup, and we are working on a platform with new generation of AI for industry. The question we can ask is if the factories can think for themselves. Yes, today, of course not. Yeah? They cannot think for themselves. But what we propose, the factory, why the factory should think about the environment, about itself. Because the current mass production is oriented towards a maximum output. And therefore, the maximum output is the goal, and the factories produce a number of losses and wastes. For example, time losses, yes, against the potential, or industrial waste, or CO2 waste, and etc., etc. And you can imagine new kind of industry which maximize the value and potentials, and this kind of industry we will introduce. At the machines, we think that you can imagine smart autonomous factories that think for themselves, and they eliminate the losses and waste. They take responsibility for the environment and for the production. They assemble the products as the factories today, but the new kind of factories could take care about the life cycle of products and about the recycling. And we imagined factories which would be autonomous, intelligent, and responsible. And we think about new kind of industry, and the industry should be more biological or biomorph. We think about biomorph industry, and the way to this kind of industry is a long way to go. But we started this way a year before, and we bring, let's say, Srebrenica platform. It is MVP, and we have customers. We work with customers, and the customer pay us for it. And we have some orchestration agent, like the James Bond, who is working against the waste and against the evil. And our platform and our orchestration agent is the first step on this way to change the industry and make the environment better. But this is not just about the environment, this is about the money. And we have a customer project where the turnover is in Czech crowns is 7,000 million Czech crowns. But we propose that 1% of the savings is savings about, let's say, 12 million Czech crowns. And if we can reach our target to make the savings about 15%, we can save about, let's say, it's about 177 million Czech crowns in savings. This is about, I think, about in dollar. I cannot calculate, sorry. But the technology, we try to develop this new kind of technology which make it possible. And we have a first paying customer as a Škoda Auto or as a Volkswagen. It's a Škoda Auto is part of Volkswagen or Hasema, a German company, and they are paying us for the savings. Yeah. And our team, we are now going to
customers on Q&A. Thank you very much. Thank you. Great pitch. Gaia.
Thank you. Thank you for great presentation. First and foremost, this is not my industry. Nevertheless, everybody understand about the consulting and what you generally do. So can you more elaborate about your product, how it works generally, aside what was written within your summary? And I would like to hear more about your financial model. I mean, do you have a financial forecast? And can
yes, we have
it as well?
Okay, I will try to answer. If we have for a financial forecast, and our business model is based on the selling of the platform functions. We sell the platform. This is the first step, and through the platform you can model the business case. And we use algorithms. So the main algorithm is this orchestration agent or planning algorithm. And we work on the difference between plan and the real-time changes. And there you can find the savings. Yeah, and we sell firstly POC with the platform, and secondly we use the savings through this algorithm. Yeah.
Yeah, great explanation, precise and short. What I would like to know more about your financials. When you start elaborating, please transfer your Czech crowns to US dollars or euros. Just okay. That all the judges have kind of a understanding of the value, you know, because euro and dollar are pretty close, and everybody knows what is the volume in terms of money or value. But for the Czech crowns, I'm not sure that every judge knows what is the difference between the euro and the Czech crown. But nevertheless, feel free to elaborate.
Okay, thank you. Then the Czech crown is about 25. One Czech crown is about 25 euro, but it is about the proportion. Yeah, you can imagine that if you can save about 10% of turnover of factory as Škoda Auto, which is a relatively big factory of Volkswagen, then you can bring a very big value. And we calculated it. Our market is now Czech Republic and Slovak Republic, but we try to go to Germany and to DACH countries, Austria and Switzerland.
So your expansion focuses on the other countries, including the DACH market.
Now is DACH market, and we have a partner in Canada, and we want go to overseas to Canada if we can if we can get the financial financial support from investors.
Okay, one of the judges, Alvin, is from Canada, and I'm sure that he can be of assistance to you. So feel free to connect after the event or within.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. That will be my question. Other judges would like to ask as well.
It's Adrian, you can go next.
Okay, I will be brief. Like, what is your implementation time? I assume that like in a case of Škoda Auto or any other automotive company, a lot of those like factories, they're specialized in a certain part. So like how can you move from one implementation to the other fairly quickly, or how does it work?
Yes, it's a very good question. First, we started with POCs, and we worked like consulting work, and we try to reduce to the platform the consulting work from, let's say, 3 or 4 months to 3 or 4 weeks. And nowadays we are partnering with Grant Thornton. This is consulting company, and we try to orient us to develop just the platform and the technology. Yeah, then we try to put, I can say it's universal, this principle and the technology, and it depends on the customer. We have customer not just from automotive, we have from health and from chemical, and it depends, but I will say it was about 3-4 months. We reduced it to 1 month, and we try to reduce it to, let's say, to days, but it is the way along we have to go.
Yeah, that's quite impressive for the size of some of those factories. It's very impressive. Thank you.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Zdeněk. Thank you, guys. We should move to the other startup that is yet to pitch. And we have MD, and we have Attila presenting. Attila, please, feel free to start.
Okay, I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see it now.
So my name is Attila. And thank you for the opportunity that I can teach NDAI here. What I'm gonna show you is the collaboration of a lot of people from 2 universities and from various companies. Well, people working for various companies in Hungary. We work together with the biggest medical university here in Hungary to build a system that targets a very wide problem. We think here are the people who, in the last 4 years, participated in the development. Professors from the universities and people from various companies. What is the problem? The problem is, in general, skin cancers, skin conditions that eventually cost human lives and lots of money. Alone in the U.S., more than 2 people die of skin disease every hour, and we know that, like melanoma, it's very easy to cure if it's detected in an early phase. And it's really true to most of the skin cancers. But if the patient gets to the dermatologist too late, then it's basically lethal. The problem with the whole screening is that it takes a lot of time. We have some numbers from Hungary, from the biggest private dermatology clinic, that it's take a lot of time to actually get to the dermatologist because there is a long waiting list, and then it takes a lot of time to actually get the results. So the whole end-to-end process is too long for a melanoma to catch it in the early phases. And this is true to all over the world. Medical professionals are scarce resources. So our solution is basically a teledermatology system that reduces the number of deaths and then unnecessary operations. Patients get to the doctor earlier and reduces the costs. So we improve the diagnostic accuracy, we give early warnings, and we direct patients to the dermatologist. And how do we do that? We have basically mobile applications that's used by the patient to check skin conditions that can give you a warning. You can use the application to book an appointment to a dermatologist. And then we have a so-called physician console at the dermatologist as well. That is basically an image database that is backed. Everything is backed with AI, of course, but this AI learns continuously based on the histology results. So the doctor can enter after the condition is, or like a melanoma is removed and the histology result is entered into the system, the AI learns continuously.
Thank you very much. Time is over. Let's switch to the Q&A.
All right.
You can click the rest of slides to show us what you not mentioned.
Yeah. So basically, we tested the performance of the AI and against the dermatologists, and we used together with the clinic in a screening campaign during last summer at the Lake Balaton, the mobile application, basically the whole system. This is the business model. So there are lots of ideas, and well, there's a range of investment possibilities. We are quite flexible. Actually, we don't have a proven way of making money, but as you have seen here, there are lots of options. So we are aiming to test these options. Yeah, and this was it. So I'm open to questions.
Alvin, you be the first.
Dobro jutro. How are you?
I'm great.
Very nice presentation. I'm interested. What's your approach to acquiring clients? Because the fact that you have so many options needs to be a little bit more focused. How are you going to generate clients? Because we'll need to understand what's your client, cost of acquisition, and how you're going to scale up, and all of those things. Can you speak to that, please?
Yeah, this is this is a very good and very tricky question. So again, we don't have a clear answer for this. Today's answer is that since we are working together with the clinic, actually we are acquiring patients or users through the clinic. So there are, people who are going to the dermatology clinic with their skin condition. They will meet with our application. The thing is that it doesn't scale. So it works with the university clinic, but we are in a thinking phase, or that we want to figure out that, okay, how to scale this up. So one option could be that since this is a kind of marketing tool for private clinics, they can kind of advertise the apps, and in exchange we can direct for a free, we can direct the patients to them, and other channels like regular advertisements. So we have experimented with Google Ads, for example, and it's like 30 cents that costs an active user. That's another way, but we don't have a good channel.
Thank you.
Okay, I think it's very interesting. I think probably your strength would be more on the tech side and getting the product right, maybe a bit less on the marketing and monetization side, but I think that can be solved. I just like literally a few days ago talked to an investor, an acquaintance of mine in London, who told me about his recent investment into a company that's using AI to diagnose an eye condition, and he's very excited about this. So maybe I'm going to introduce you to that acquaintance of mine, because you might also be excited about yours. And he was looking at other kind of medical-based things, investment opportunities, and I think that might be potentially a match with you.
Absolutely. So we have a long-term vision, which is actually a general purpose AI platform. And this is image recognition, basically. You upload an image and it tells you something. I'm in the system. And eye condition, skin condition, whatever condition, breast cancer, on high level, this is pretty much the same.
Okay.
What's your revenue so far as you're an operating business? In total, yep.
Yeah, you can imagine that since we don't have good channels, and since we are free of charge in Hungary, because we actually work together. I mean, we were universities, so it's zero today.
Okay. Okay. Who are your competitors? I mean, I have seen that you are pretty.
Yeah.
You have a global. You have a plan to scale globally, and can you mention some direct competitors on a global level as well as of the local ones?
Yeah, so local, I'm not really aware of any. In global level, there is Skin Vision. I think they are the best mobile application that's available, and they are basically just a mobile application, a pretty good one. And there is a photo finder that's on the other end of the range. This is basically a piece of hardware, a device that includes a camera, a computer, and that takes your photos in a very standard. It's here you can see the pricing so far. I hope you can see it still.
Can you share your screen, because I don't see?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Maybe guys, let's give a chance to the other judges to raise a question too, because Esra and Kasia wanted to raise one.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I've got two questions. So the first one is, do you have any IP advances or any kind of technological advances that you think are up to IP protection that could differ you from your competitors? And the second question is, I wanted to ask you, do you have any approach? Have you been thinking about the issue with the AI and like different skin colors? So, you know, what is, do you have like a database for different skin colors and skin conditions as well, or it's only for white people for now on?
So these are two questions. One is that we were thinking about having a patent or IP. I'm not really for that, so it's you know, continuously evolving, and it's in our case it's based on our discussions with the universities, it doesn't really make sense. Regarding the skin colors, the whole model, and maybe this is special, is that we know that AI in this era is really bound to the database and the patients it's used on. So we aim to retrain the AI with the basic, starting from a basic AI with the patients or with the images of the local clinic. So now the current AI on average it performs very well, but my recommendation that if someone buys it, then it takes a couple of days to take their image database, if they have one, and retrain it. And that will reflect the different skin colors as well. So their patients will be served better with this approach. And we don't think that it's a good way of, you know, providing an AI, it's providing a general purpose AI in this domain. I mean, where as you highlight, the skin color is a thing, an important thing, and the distribution and the statistical properties around this.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, guys. I'm sorry that we have to skip other questions and go to chat for further discussion, because we need to move on. And I invite the startup number 4 to share his screen.
I believe that's me. Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. Well, perfect. Let's go. We're Trackport. We are the partner for connected fitness out there. Reason being is quite simple. Connected fitness became a huge thing, a crucial component for success in the industry. We see it at home fitness, we see it with online fitness, but actually the traditional players in the market didn't invest much into it and now have a huge problem. So we're looking at especially manufacturers, we look at normal gyms, but we also look at quite a number of fitness apps who didn't invest anything. So what we do as Trackport is we provide connected fitness technologies to these providers. It means sensor systems, AI software, and fitness apps. What we do is we take our technology, take the product that they already have, combine them, and fast forward the whole thing into the digital era of fitness. We do this in 2 ways. We have two sides basically to digitize everything that is strength related. On the left, you can see the curve workout. The curve workout is actually our product to digitize everything that is a machine. And on the right side, you see the mobile tracker sensor, which actually is there to digitize everything free weight related or body weight related. Let's look at the left one first, so the one for the machines. On the machines, what we do is we digitize, connect, gamify, and retrofit any machine that is in a gym. You can see the sensor system on the right-hand side. It is completely radar-based, so we track everything with radar sensors. And the way it works is the user takes their own phone, connects to it with the QR code. They can choose what kind of workout they want to do, what their fitness level is, can customize the workout the way they want it to be. And then we guide them through the whole process with a workout curve, that's how we call it, where you have a gamified and guided workout experience. How we sell here is actually we sell directly to the gyms. It costs them €350 roughly. plus so per device plus 500 euros software for the whole gym per year. And what we do is we then upsell gamification, marketing, and community features to the gyms. Additionally, we are already running in a couple of gyms. One of them is actually a gym of the gym chain Anytime Fitness, one of the biggest gym chains in the world with like 3,500 clubs. How we sell as well is we sell our solution direct to the manufacturers. For example, ErgoFit is already buying our sensor solution here, and the pipeline currently is Live Fitness, Sorta, BH Fitness. The reason I am being in Barcelona right now. The next product we have, the other one is our mobile sensor, as I said, focused on body weight and free rate exercises, and it's heavily powered by our AI. What we do here is we sell the sensor and our AI as a package to fitness apps. So directly to fitness apps and power their current solution. Giving you an example, we already do this with ErgoFit. So this on the bottom, you can see is our sensor. On the right-hand side is their fitness app, powered with our SDK, including our AI, tracking everything. This product is actually launched on the FIBO in 10 days. Yeah, so the left-hand side we looked at already, that's a curve workout. On the right-hand side is the sensor you just saw. We sell this for 86 euros per unit with a limited feature set of exercise we track, and we there upsell them with additional exercises to be included in the AI system in their app. Yes, it wouldn't work without a cool team. This is it. I'm the guy on the left top. My name is Stefan, and this is the time to make a screenshot if you want to contact me after the Q&A session.
Thank you very much, Stefan. You were almost on time. Dear judges, your turn.
Do you have a B2C component? Do you have, let's say, the consumers install an app? Is there any way to monetize the consumers as well, additionally to the businesses?
So what we do is we do not fight a B2C fitness war, being honest. That is one where you can go. We decide to go B2B and use the channels that are already there. So we don't fight our own B2C war here. There might be options later on. However, we do not sell this at the moment, especially gyms and fitness apps are very sensitive when we address as a B2B company, their end users. That actually kills our sales process at the moment. Let's see what comes later.
No, I mean, but of course you could also address the B2C by giving as a sales point for the gyms, basically to give the gyms a lot of data about their users.
A shared revenue model later on, especially on the gamified side, on the gym machine sensors is an option.
Okay, interesting. And by the way, I'm also in Barcelona.
Oh, cool. Well, I'm only here for 2 more hours, so
okay.
If you want to meet up, that's going to be a quick one.
Okay.
Any other question? Adrian?
Adrian, please.
Adrian, we can't hear you. Can
you Adrian,
unmute
you're on
yourself?
mute, I think.
Sorry for that. Yeah,
Okay.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the competitors? I'm really into like quantify yourself movement, so I really like the fact that you tracked a lot of things. But as it was said before, I would be probably more interested in that B2C component. So like how does it look like on the whole market?
So our competitor at the moment is Sony. Sony has an internal startup called AdvaGym. That is our main competitor at the moment on the market out there. There are 2-3 smaller ones as well. But I would call Sony as the major one. In the area of digital fitness, then out there is as well eGym, like the gold standard of digitized equipment, I would say. However, they playing in a completely different price range. So it's actually for us more a partnership to work together with than actually a competitor. Because like to give you an example, they sell one digitized equipment for 14,000 euros, while we sell it for 350. So there is a huge gap of what you want as a gym.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Hi. I think, guys, we have time for one last question. So please, guys, try to be quick.
Okay, great presentation, interesting concept. My question would be focused more on your incubation. I see that you have completed INITS incubation program. What kind of value did you got from it? I mean, in terms of mentorship or financial guidance? I mean, did you get any support in terms of product development? And of course, additionally, would like to know if you receive an investment or you raise the money, how you're going to spend it. You know, what is the weight on your investment?
Okay, I'll go through it one by one. First, the incubation program was cool. Was about business development for us, especially connecting us with players too. We got an investment by them at the end as well. We have since then raised another investment. I think numbers are not allowed here. So since then we have raised another investment.
It's just that you already have raised, not about the numbers.
No, we have raised already. We raised our last round in last fall, our pre-seed round, and we'll continue this path. So yeah, talking about investment, that's
all the best.
Hopping on call is good.
Yeah,
Thanks.
exactly. Thank you very much, and all the best.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Welcome.
Great. Thanks, Stefan. Thank you, judges. So let's move to the next startup. We have Jeff with Mosaic. Jeff, please feel free to put on the presentation. Jeff, not sure if you can hear me. Oh, yes. Here we go.
Hi, do you hear me and see my screen?
Yes, we do.
Great. Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Jeffrey Martin. I'm CEO of Mosaic. We were founded in 2018. We are building camera systems and associated software for mapping the world. We were founded with some small angel investment, and we brought our first product to market in mid-2020. It's currently the most advanced 360-degree camera system for mapping in the world. We have a number of small and large customers, including a few companies that you've surely heard of. So our cameras are specifically designed for mapping, such as what you see on Google Street View, as well as industrial inspection, infrastructure inspection, and 3D reconstruction for films, VFX, and video games. The market potential is huge in terms of mobile mapping and infrastructure inspection. We've started our company with the biggest hole in the market, which is the camera hardware. We've, in the last couple of years, become the leading company providing camera systems for these applications. So we have our camera systems and we have our data services. The data services are built on top of the camera systems and provide AI segmentation, scene recognition, object recognition, which are specific to the needs of people mapping infrastructure. So the conditions of roads, the presence or absence of street signs, the presence of unwanted objects in cities, as well as creating rich and detailed 3D models, which can be used for virtual production. So our first product is the Mosaic 51. That's been shipping for a couple of years now. Our next product is called the Mosaic X, which is a global shutter variant and is much more suitable for high speed and very highly detailed 3D reconstruction. And the Viking, which is a truly best-in-class world's highest resolution 360 camera system at 186 megapixels, which we are shipping also. So we've been cash flow positive for a year. We have a business model that is really viable. We are getting screamed at by customers for our next product, which we are getting out the door as quickly as we can. Our team is growing. We're projecting a profit of more than a couple of million this year. A lot of this is dependent on some of the larger customers, which have a fairly long sales cycle. We're also deep in integration with some of the world's leading companies providing laser scanning systems such as Regal, Trimble, Leica Hexagon, and so on. This is the management team, myself, Jost, who's CEO, and Rostya Lisovi, who is VP Engineering. The team is about 15 people. There are a number of interesting exit opportunities, both with the large tech companies as well as companies concentrating more on geospatial related applications. And that's my presentation. If you would like to learn more, please contact me after the show. Thank you.
Great stuff. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for being straight and respecting the time. Now, judges, please feel free to ask questions.
My question would be, what are you looking for? Because it seems that you are already quite advanced and you're already making quite a lot of revenue.
So it's still tough. We're not out of the woods yet. And as a company that has quite a heavy focus on hardware, there will be challenges as we scale up to meet demand as quickly as we would like. So in terms of getting the next product out of the door and managing the manufacturing and supply chain as we scale up, we're open to offers from interesting strategic partners who could help us scale in that way.
Great. Alvin?
Great presentation, Jeff. Very
Thank you.
concise and clear. Can you tell us about a recurring revenue model, or if you just build a system and sell it? How does it work?
Sure. So in terms of the hardware, there's a maintenance cost with all our customers. So it is around 10% of the cost of the camera per year. Our base product is $24,000 US per piece. The next one is $40,000 per piece, and the Viking starts at 150. We don't expect to sell many of those. It's more the first two. We are in conversations with a number of clients who will be buying tens or hundreds of these systems. So that's the first part. The second part is the data processing and AI segmentation and semantic processing of the imagery. And that is something that all of our current customers have a need for. We won't be competing with them, but we will be augmenting and kind of easing their needs in terms of the processing of the data. And that's something that we're starting to build out now. Yeah, they would be charged for that per image or per kilometer.
Okay. And your technology, is it protected by any type of patent? Is there any?
Sure. Yeah, we have a couple of patents. So we have one very key patent in the realm of combining LiDAR or any other light illumination device with cameras. So we can build a unified camera plus laser LiDAR scanning device. This is patented, for example.
Okay. Thank you, Jeff. I'd love to connect afterward.
Thank you.
Great stuff, guys. We have time for another quick question, if somebody would like to raise one. Okay.
If nobody has questions, I just want to remind judges to vote, because I see that Joaquim doesn't vote. Martin, please, guys, put your marks, because that's the way how we can choose the winner.
Just a quick question. There's no submit button, right? So you just mark from 1 to 5 and that's it.
Yeah, and you can change your marks till we close the voting.
Okay.
Perfect. Lovely, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff. So let's move to the presentation of Lukasz and his startup, WhereFit.
Hi, so my name is Lukasz. I'm CEO of WhereFit. We are from Kraków, Poland. At WhereFit, we disrupt the fashion industry through 3D and augmented reality by offering a stunning online shopping experience, helping to optimize sales and reduce returns. We bring fashion to the metaverse. We tackle the problem that affects each of us. Even 30% of products purchased online are returned. And this is one of the biggest business and environmental problems in the apparel and footwear industry, especially now in a pandemic world that moved customers and businesses online much faster. In order to solve this problem, we aim to disrupt the industry with data and machine learning powered augmented reality, which allow us for high quality 3D visualization and online size fitting with even 98% of accuracy. So we help customers to see and try products on, and we help businesses to optimize their online sales and to reduce return rate. We provide a SaaS platform for 3D and AR objects, which may be easily integrated with any e-commerce and mobile app, but it also works in offline work in retail. So recently we have digitized one of the world's best football players, Robert Lewandowski, and his new sportswear collection, which is made by 4F company. The whole collection is available in 3D and augmented reality in mobile app and in e-commerce. It was our largest implementation, which we made last year. This is another example of virtual photo shoots. So we support AR visualization, virtual try-on, and size advisor for both apparel and footwear. Here's an example of a shoe which was digitized by our technology. We are developing a virtual AR try-on in a mirror and an automated 3D scanning technology which may be installed on-premise and digitize hundreds of shoes per month. Here's an example how looks our virtual try-on in front of the mirror. There are some competitors which do the top-down view. We do it in front of the mirror because this is how you try on shoes in the offline world. We also look at, of course, at NFT market and because there is some craziness right now of the fashion industry about NFTs. So we look into it. We have started just one implementation on the blockchain network. So we are also developing one product which is based on the blockchain. Our most of the products are market ready, but our R&D is going on. For example, we are going to develop a machine learning based size recommendation tool for footwear, which will be based on mobile foot scans and shoe lasts. Big companies already invest in AR. Fashion brands like Hugo Boss, Calvin Klein already design products in 3D. For example, Shopify says that AR can increase conversion rate by even 90%. This number is huge. Even if half is true, then this is still great. So thanks to online fitting, we help to choose the right size better and lower the returns. The market potential is huge and it is growing. It will reach even $15 billion in 6 years, which ensures a great exit potential for investors. And our target segments are clothing and footwear manufacturers and footwear retailers. We know that most of our potential clients do not have 3D models yet, and we need to help them change that. That's why we have developed a transformation path for them, so they can create 3D models themselves. We are distinguished by a holistic approach and comprehensive solutions. Our business model is simple and scalable. First, we help clients in digitization. There is some one-time initial service fee for that, but our goal is to transform them into a full, pure self-service mode. So the core SaaS platform is subscription-based, around €60 per product per year. We already have in our sales pipeline clients from the local market with implementations ongoing, but we aim for international markets this year. This is our team. We are a group of serial entrepreneurs, each of us having 10 to 20 years of experience in software, 3D graphics, and fashion industry. And we already have successful exits on our account from previous startups. This is the slide for investors I should skip, as I understand. So, so basically that's it. If you would like to know more, please ask.
Great, Lukasz. Quick and to the point. So I think that Gernot, you raise your hand, so you can go ahead with your question.
Are you scanning or measuring the shoes on the inside too? And how do you handle other pieces of clothes like a shirt, for example?
So there are two different methods for digitization of products. For shoes, we have developed our own technology. We have the proprietary both hardware and software, which automates the process of digitization of shoes. But recently, our software can use even traditional 360 setups for taking pictures to create 3D models. So this is fully automated and allows to scan shoes very quickly. We do not scan internal part of the shoe. The size fitting will be based on the shoe last. It is much more accurate than scanning the internal part of shoe, like our competitors do. Our solution will be more accurate. And for clothing, we need to create 3D models based on the patterns, based on the 2D CAD files. So we can't scan clothes. This is a little bit more complicated, but some companies, and this is the direction in which the market is going, are already creating and modeling products in 3D. So it is just a matter of time that the customers will provide us 3D models. Right now, we train them how to do it, and this is our additional service to digitize products into 3D.
Okay. Thanks, Lucas. Francesco, question for you. I think Francesco has an issue with the computer because it's freezed actually. Okay, Lucas, I have a question.
Yeah, so I've got one. You might have mentioned it probably. Yeah, can you guys hear me fine? Yeah.
Yeah, now it's better.
Yeah.
No,
can you guys hear me fine?
Yes, do you have a question? We can't hear Francesco.
Yeah, Francesco, maybe let's write it in the chat. Yeah, exactly. Let's write it in the chat because you're breaking up and we actually lost you now. And in the meantime, Lucas, could you please tell us about the traction that you currently have, if any?
Yes, so we have started since previous year, and this Lewandowski thing was our largest implementation. We got like 30K last year, euro. But this year we would like to multiply it at least by 10, because right now we work on the implementation of this footwear try-on and footwear digitization for the largest shoes manufacturer in Central Europe. It will be launched for first part of the shoes in June, and they are going to digitize the whole collection, thousands of shoes.
Okay. And do you see any, like, because the goal of your solution is actually to reduce returns,
yes,
I guess, and increase sales, right? So on those two parameters, do you see any other feasible solution in the market that is actually gonna compete with you indirectly? That are
indirectly?
Yes.
Of course, for example, for returns, there are solutions which try to recommend you the size of the garment to buy, which will fit you based on your previous shopping, for example. But we do it in other way, because we compare the measurements of your silhouette to the accurate measurements of the product, what is very accurate. And we know from our clients that these methods, which are based on your previous shopping and which compare sizes between different brands, not always work good. So this is another solution of the similar problem. And of course, for the footwear, I think because we are the only startup who has the offer for two categories of products, for both clothing and footwear. And we also offer not only the app, for example, to visualize something, like to visualize shoe in augmented reality, because there's at least two well-known apps which do it very similar. But we also offer the digitization service, which is crucial if you want to do it on the large scale. And we offer the size fitting. So we offer complementary, complex solution for our clients. For clothing, shoes, digitization, visualization, and size fitting.
Gotcha.
This is our advantage.
Okay.
And we also have everything in augmented reality because we are.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Sorry before, just I don't know, I was kicked off the connection. Just my question was, we did invest in a similar company back in time, but in a different, let's say, geography. And we found out that they've got several problems in connecting with the right people in the right company. So the head of X or Y in Zara, H&M, stuff like that. What's your strategy? What are your channels to get, basically to start filling up the top of the funnel?
Of course, yes. So of course we have started from local market, from Poland, and we got to 3 largest companies in Poland. So we didn't have any problems here. This year we have started offering our services to the largest brands worldwide, and we already got contacts directly to, for example, to Inditex in Spain, so the owner of Zara and many other companies. We talked to some popular fashion designers like Plain. We have a contact to H&M. We met them at Web Summit, and they were presenting a solution in virtual reality, which was creepy. And when they showed our solution, then invited us to meet after the conference. So we also have we are also working on some pilots for at least 2 more large brands. I don't know. I think it is maybe we're lucky, but we didn't have any problem with getting to the right people at those companies. But of course, our goal, because we are seeking for the seed round, and our goal is to establish a sales team with the head of sales in the Western countries. The best will be, of course, New York, but I'm not sure if we will be able to do it. Depends on the seed round.
Okay, thanks, Lukasz. We need to move to the other company.
Thank you.
So, thanks, judges, for the question. Now we have Andrew presenting SwiftTalk.
Hello. Let me just start sharing my screen. So hello, my name is Andriy, and we are building the platform for the non-formal communication and operation for the virtual and hybrid teams. So our ultimate goal is to become the de facto standard for the non-formal type of the business communication in the business environment. So what are the problems that we are trying to fix? Maybe many of you feel the same, that the virtual meeting fatigue is real. Our in-depth connections with our peers at work are not maintained, and this impacts our well-being as well as productivity. So our product will improve employees' well-being by maintaining closer relationship within the virtual teams. It helps to facilitate a better knowledge sharing across those teams and provides more opportunities for the knowledge sharing. It helps newcomers to integrate into those virtual and hybrid teams. So we have 2 main personas that we are focusing on. So these are the existing members of hybrid teams. And here you can quickly scan through the problems that we are trying to solve for the existing members of the team. There is no need to read it through. The second big persona for us are the newcomers that have to join those teams fully virtually. And I was this newcomer myself. A couple of months ago, I joined a new company fully virtually, and it was really a daunting experience for me. And during that moment, I decided to double down my efforts on the development of the SwiftTalk, because I believe that a solution like this will help people like me to integrate into those virtual teams, start building their own network of connections, start talking and conversing on non-business related topics, provide some visibility into what's happening inside of the company or inside of their department. And the third persona are obviously the company leadership and management. So we're trying to provide more visibility into what's happening across the enterprise where everybody works virtually. So what are the burning topics discussed in the organization? What is the sentiment caused by certain announcements or changes which are happening on the ongoing basis, and so on. And this in this part we will be employing the AI to provide this visibility. So we conducted our own research, so you can quickly scan the QR code and check the results of the questions that we asked to the audience, which were mainly about if you were to have more of the social interactions integrated into your day-to-day flow of work, would you see any positive impact? Right, so you can check the results afterwards. So why is the solution like SwiftTalk is relevant now? There are some side effects of the COVID-19 where many knowledge workers have to stay in the fully virtual setup. There are far less ways to maintain the deeper relationship with our colleagues virtually, because of the existing tools like Zoom or Teams or Slack, they're not were designed for this particular purpose. Obviously, the team collaboration. Yeah, and the lack of this more human-centered communication has a negative impact on the feeling of loneliness, and it causes the feel of being isolated at work. Also, we are seeing that many companies are deciding not to come back to the pre-pandemic modes of operations. So many companies are failing to kind of introduce a mandatory office-based work, and they have to shift towards the fully virtual or hybrid modes of operation. We are seeing that there are more and more Gen Z people entering the workforce, and they get used to interacting with different newer social media on their on the daily basis, and obviously the team collaboration solutions are among the top categories for the investments by the IT business leaders. So how we are implementing this, or like how we achieve this in our products. So there are multiple components. One is called virtual coffee. So this supports the fast-paced and structured virtual communication. So there is no need to schedule any conversation. There is no need to chat or contact anyone via the chat and ask, okay, do we have 5 minutes to talk now, or so it's very intentional. So if I'm ready for the conversation, I explicitly set this in the tool, and then other people can see it and they contact me immediately, or I can join any ongoing virtual coffees which are happening with within my team or within the list of my contacts.
Thank you, Andrei. Let's switch to the Q&A.
Okay.
So judges, there is any question from you?
Yeah, how much, this is Gary, how much traction do you have right now?
Yes, so in terms of the traction, we are sorry, we have one because until now our focus was really the release of the MVP, right? And we are on prospective German customer, and we also standing talking to some other potential clients that we would like to pilot our solution with. So until this moment, our focus was really to finish the development of the MVP and start onboarding the first prospective customers to try out the tool, just to make sure that it brings the positive impact that we are anticipating with such solution. But we are talking with one customer, but they have very specific requirements in terms of the single sign-on integration and the GDPR compliance. We are focusing on those elements to enter into the official pilot with the German business.
Okay. All right. Now that sounds great. I'm the co-founder of EVA, YVA.ai. It's
Viva. Wow, that is cool.
So nice. I actually did EVA. So if you want to talk offline, and I can point you in some direction.
Sure. I have experience from the pharma industry, so I know what Viva does.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
Who are your competitors, both direct and indirect?
Yeah, actually, I had a slide about this. So there are a couple of a few different categories. I talk about the virtual event tools like Hopin, Grella, Hermeet. Then there are a category of virtual conferencing and chat tools like Microsoft Teams, Zoom, WebEx, or Slack. And there are some emerging virtual office tools like Teamico, Tandem Chat, GatherTown. So these, the tools which provide this kind of virtual office in the sense of visual map, where you can walk as an avatar around the office, and then when you approach somebody, you start talking. But I couldn't find any direct competitors. I couldn't find anyone any existing tool which would basically do the same. But yeah, they might. Also, there are some tools which offer the virtual coffee experience by integrating into the Slack, like like a chatbot, right? Integration into the Slack or they distribute the scheduled virtual coffees randomly with the use of the corporate calendaring tool. But the feedback, like actually this customer is using one of the solutions, and that they say it doesn't make any sense to have a kind of a scheduled virtual coffee. Like, you know, it doesn't make sense to have virtual coffee in 2 days, right? You want to go and talk with the person when you know, maybe when there is a right moment now, right? So you see it, maybe you have 15 minutes break in between your meetings, you look around, you see who is available for this side chat conversation, or you basically go to the kitchen, you look who is already there, and you join the group of people. So that's the experience we are trying to replicate in our and provide in our tool.
Thank you for the answer.
Perfect. Thanks, Andrew. Thank you, guys. Let's move on to Skase and Slavomir.
Hi, gentlemen and ladies. Let me know if you can see my presentation.
Yes, we do.
Perfect. So, hi, I'm Slavomir and I'm co-founder of Skase. Rather than talking about the problem, I would like to talk to you about the opportunity. The opportunity that we are pursuing is seamless integration of smart technology into clinical care, which is hard. You need to be compliant with a ton of regulations. Then it has to be easy for professionals and patients, which are in an industry which is very old, and it's difficult to get used to new technologies, and it needs to be future-proof. Our solution to this is we build both the hardware and the software and we automate processes. So it's a device that has multiple sensors, data transfer to both sides, and diagnostic tools. To give you an idea, obviously, of not only about the fancy device and the words, just from an actual situation, we run multiple pilots in multiple countries. This is the device that is on the border of Ukraine, and currently our healthcare professionals are monitoring patients with this. So it's an ideal device in the field. Why this matters? For example, one of the pilots that we finished with Caritas, in the pilot, we had 5 devices for 4 months. We saw that speed matters. So our diagnostic time goes down from 10 minutes to 5 minutes. And also we uncovered more than 60 new diagnoses with only 5 devices, to give you about the idea how impactful this could be on a scale. So far, we are still pre-certification, but have interest from multiple organizations and hospitals. We work with UNDP, Slovakia, Caritas in multiple countries, UNDP, for example, and to date, we closed more than 337,000 euros in paid pilots. Actually, my colleagues are now flying on their way to Albania to deploy one of these pilots. So far, we planned for this year to have 15 pilots, which then convert into paid pilots. We achieved this goal already by February. Now the conversion rate from a 1-month free trial, more than 50% are immediately converting to paid, and 20 are undecided and waiting for certification. So only 30% didn't convert so far. In total, we closed more than 900,000 euros in qualified financing. And our goals are to have our solution by 2025 in more than 500 healthcare institutions using our solutions. In total, we have now more than 24 hospitals with LOIs and more than 56 elderly care homes. I'm happy to talk to you about our needs. We are a funded company with multiple paid pilots, and my personal experience as a VC, and I already had a small exit in the past. So I'm happy to hear your questions.
Okay, very good, Slavomir. So guys, do you have any question?
Hi, Slavomir. Really interesting concept. I see that you're pretty experienced about it and that you already had an exit, as you said. My question would be more about your market expansion. I mean, you covered almost everything what is of interest for the judges and investors, but As I see that you're going through any project through your pilot, for each country, I'm already familiar with Albanian market since I'm generally working for the Southeast and Eastern Europe market. Can you tell me more about your go-to-market strategy in whole and your expansion for each country? You're planning to come maybe to Serbia, Croatia in the near future, and in which space are you planning to expand?
So we already run more pilots than more in 9 countries, but at the beginning we want to focus, and obviously each country has their pros and cons. Somewhere it's a longer sales cycle, somewhere shorter. But in the beginning, year 1, year 2, we focus on Slovakia, Czech Republic, and GCC countries because we have a good partnership signed there. We also have actually a partnership in Serbia, but we see that it's going to take a bit longer. But yeah, first we double down on our network, and where we are strongest are those 2-3 countries, and then we want to expand to other countries.
Great. So if you raise the money, that money would be mostly used for expansion or technical development as well?
So we will be raising around by the end of the year. We are just close or almost closed out around this, and basically this will be purely on market expansion sales.
Great. So if you need any connection for Serbia, feel free to connect and we can move from there.
Yeah, definitely would love to.
Likewise, all the best with your project and looking forward to our discussion.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good. Adrian?
Hello, it was a great presentation. Can you tell us a little bit more about the financials? Are you looking more into selling the device or some form of recurring revenue as well? How that will work?
So the business model is in the recurring revenue. So we sell the device for 350 euros and we take a charge of 50 euros per month per solution. Or per device as you would take it. So the money is actually in the data and in the subscription, not in the hardware itself. We see the hardware as an access tool to open up new clients, but at the end of the day, we are a software company.
Thank you.
Francesco?
Is it working now? Yes, I hope so. So couple of questions though. First question is, can you dig a bit more on your sales process? How does it work? How do you fill up the top of the funnel? Where do you think are the main roadblocks over there? And then the second thing is more of a thing. So if you need any help on the Western Balkan side from Serbia, Albania and stuff, just feel free to grab my email, okay?
So yeah, definitely. So the first question is quite complex. So I would love to talk about in detail about this. But basically, is we first of all are approaching elderly care homes, hospitals, and private practitioners. But we are getting also approached by a chain of hospitals and stuff like this. So currently, we are a small team of 20 people, and only 3 of us are doing the sales. But yeah, it's direct outreach, cold emailing, and through our network. So we use every trick in the book, basically.
Mm-hmm. And if you imagine the funnel, where do you see the main roadblock? Is it from outreach to meeting, or from meeting to second meeting to second meeting to conversion and sales?
So far, to be honest, I'm quite surprised because we are a small startup, not well known. So far, currently we run 20 pilots. I just mentioned the active ones, which are 16, but we had over 20 pilots, and from this, 10 immediately converted to paid, and a couple of and 20% are like hesitant, waiting for the certification because we are still pending CE mark. So far the numbers, we don't see any major roadblocks. Mostly it's that they say we are expensive, but on the other side, if 50% are willing to pay, then I don't think we are expensive enough. I think Angelo is saying something, but he's muted.
Actually, yes. Sorry for this, guys. So I was saying thanks, Slavomir. We need to move to the last startup presenting today. And let's move on with DTAG. So Kinga, feel free to present.
This is Juan, not Kinga.
Oh, actually,
in the company,
it was a change.
No problem.
Still fine. Still fine.
So last but not least, hi everyone, this is Juan and I'm here to talk to you about DTAG. which is an AI-powered text analytics and social intelligence company with a mission of changing perspectives. So DTAG, what we do is we provide the deepest, most nuanced, and most accurate social intelligence solutions in the market today through a comprehensive portfolio of products and services you can see on this slide. And we believe social intelligence allows us, or social intelligence or the analysis of all public online generated text by people allows us to answer the purchase equation, which is what are the emotional decisions grounded in fact and feeling-based drivers that can allow our clients to better understand how their customers make a decision. In terms of how we do this, we have access to all public online conversations, whether that is real-time or historical. We're also able to work with text that's provided to us by our clients. And we analyze this text using what we believe is the most sophisticated NLP or natural language processing AI engine in the market today. Built for more than 30 languages, built with an additional layer of accuracy for industry-specific taxonomies or industry packs. And it's always supported by a team of experienced analysts and product professionals who can ensure that the solution for the client is always use case centric. So in terms of how the text analytics space looks like, there's some large platforms out there which you might recognize below. They have more of a wide and sort of a one-size-fits-all approach in their business model. And then there's players like DTAG who are more focused and who are more agile and are able to respond more quickly to what clients need in terms of a solution for their use case. This is just a slide on a track record. You can see some of our major milestones here. We've hit approximately €1 million cumulative revenue since we were founded. We are looking this year for a second institutional VC round that would represent our Series A. And we are looking for 9.5 million USD. We plan to hit most of that number by the end of 2024, spread out between our target markets of US and German-speaking Europe, where we currently have our most traction, with a combination of selling our platform license as well as integration projects into other platforms. And for investors, we like to highlight that the market at this moment, the social media analytics market is expected to continue to grow handsomely. And we believe right now is a very attractive point to get in as the industry grows to that 15 billion number by the end of 2025. In terms of the breakdown by industry within the social media analytics field, here you have the statistics. One of these areas we like to focus on is healthcare and pharma, precisely because this is a data-starved industry, because data from consumers or patients is limited by privacy and regulations. Public social intelligence allows to give that information these companies need. And we do have a lot of experts in terms of our people and our use cases in the company for this field. However, we also work in other spaces. We have clients and use cases in tourism, in retail. We've worked with government. We've worked with finance. And in terms of how we do our business, we do have a direct sales team, but a lot of our growth comes from a very lean and scalable approach, relying on integration partners and sales agents that lead us directly to our decision makers, where we need to talk to them, and access to millions of users when we integrate into another platform. Here's our team. I highlight Csaba, who's our head of analytics, with almost 20 years of experience in this field of social intelligence. Most recently, he was managing consumer intelligence for Microsoft at the Redmond headquarters. And finally, in terms of the exit strategy we envision and we share with potential investors, as we see that this space is becoming very dynamic with mergers, acquisitions. In fact, also the first social listening platform IPO'd very recently. And we see 3 feasible options by the end of year 5 after a Series A, being acquired by a PR or marketing agency, by one of our large clients, for example, in the pharma field, or being acquired by one of our large integration partners where we're building our modules into. I hope that's right on time. Thank you very much. This has been Juan. This is my contact info. This is our website, and I hope to answer your questions. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Juan. So, dear judges, please feel free to raise your question. And this is going to be the last startup pitching today. So we have the last 2-3 minutes to raise question. And then we will get to the votes and move on to the winner announcement.
I mean, I can have the first. You come up, how did you come up with 9.5 million as a number for the fundraising? Why not 8 or 7 or 12?
So in that slide, how we calculate this number is in terms of, so the major two variables here are expected go-to-market and also product development costs. So we have an entire plan behind it with projections built with our consultants or advisors or current investors. So it's a combination of what we think we need to grow, as well as what we feasibly think we can also recover for investors in our relatively short time span. So out of the 9.5 number, we expect to hit 7.5 million in revenue by the end of 2024, given current projections.
Thank you.
Anybody else has any question?
Yeah, I'd just like to say, and Mark, to come with you separately, really, the interest in pharma and your expertise on pharma, and how that could be taken into private brands, the private brands area, which are very active in there. I think it's an interesting option there. So I'd like to pick up with you separately if you can.
Perfect. I'd love to, Jan, and I think I sent you a LinkedIn request. Pharma is one of our strongest verticals, and I'd love to tell you what we're doing for some really big global brands out there. So be happy to chat. Thank you.
Great.
Okay, perfect. So guys, now we are moving on to the last phase of the event. Thanks all the judges that have already put their votes into the voting page. Kate, if you can please share once again the link for the votes to the judges. If you can put it on the chat, because I think that there are a couple of us that have not voted yet. So guys, feel free to check your page and mark the votes for the startups that you have seen today.
Angela, to be honest, all judges put their marks except you, because you didn't vote last startup.
I actually did it, so it should be there. Maybe it's not updated yet.
Yeah, I see now. Okay, so we close voting. Maybe some judges tell us about their bids, who will be the winner of today's event. Oh, this sound means that voting is closed. And I know the winner. What do you think? Which startup will take part in our regional battle? No bids? Gajo,
well, it wouldn't be fair to imply who is the winner, because they were all great in their presentations. Nevertheless, they were the ones who had kind of a small advantage in terms of the way how they pitched, what things they have accentuated in their presentation, and of course the traction, which is generally one of the most important measures of the success of each startup. Nevertheless, I can say that this was a really successful event, especially we haven't had in the past any artificial intelligence event, which is like a pitch, not a battle. So I was really thrilled to learn more about the Visegrad ecosystem and to compare it with the past events that I had in terms of artificial intelligence applications. So what I can say for the others who weren't, who will not be successful at this event and will not go further to the Unicorn Battle, is that don't be discouraged. This is really important for you to pass, the pitching stage, to see to learn from others, and of course to apply it on the next event. So feel free to apply to the next one, maybe in Serbia or Montenegro or any other, and I will always judge you fairly. So fair and square. That would be my contribution to this event, and I'm looking forward to hear who are the winners, Kate. So I'm passing it to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So actually, Kate, from what I can see, the three startups from the third, second, and first place are pretty close to each other. I would say it's almost ex aequo. But let's start from the third, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the third place has been assigned to Mosaic and Jeffrey.
Congrats, Jeffrey.
Congratulations, bravo.
Congrats, Jeff. Then at the
Thank you.
Lovely. At the second place, we then have S-Case with Slavomir.
Great, amazing. I didn't expect that. Thank you.
And the first place has been assigned to Truck Bar.
Oh, Stefan, my congratulations to you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll be happy to see you in April in our Unicorn Battle. And if you will win there, you will take place in the Unicorn Cup finals. That I hope.
Thanks, Kate.
If everything will be okay, we even plan to make it offline in Silicon Valley, but I can't promise now, but hope that it will be so.
Lovely.
Very good, very good. And actually, guys, it's a very kind of surprising results because all those three startups have had almost the same weighted votes. Yeah, it's about like really.
So it was a close tie, just the nuances were deciding who is going to go further.
I think so. So guys, thank you so much for your participation. I hope that the investor like the startups, and you guys will have a lot of connections after this event. I think that there are a couple of you that have already expressed their interest to some of the guys presenting today. So I hope for you guys to enable a lot of connections and synergies. So I will stay in touch with all of you guys to follow up and eventually connect you with people directly if you haven't had a chance to connect. And you have my email into the page, to the landing page. Feel free to contact me for any question and or query. So guys, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Everybody, bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Looking forward to the next one and
Talk to you soon.
Elaborate about and appreciate it. Bye.
Bye.
Cheers. Hi, everybody.
Angelo, nice to see you again.
Hey,
Gaio.
Alvin,
Hey,
exactly.
Ciao, Gaio.
Ciao, Alvin.
Dobar dan.
Bolje te našao. We're going to communicate. I'm going to send you an email so we can make a meeting after this one.
Idemo raditi.
Absolutely.
Hvala.
Absolutely. You're welcome.
Angelo, let's connect soon.
Sure, Alvin, we should have a talk soon. I actually have you on my task list, but I haven't dig to that point. So sorry for the delay. I'll get to that.
Chi va piano va sano a lontano.
Exactly.
Buona giornata. Ciao.
Cheers, guys. Talk to you soon.
You too, guys.
Thank
Bye.
you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.